Hello, hello. Welcome to Shitty. I'm Marilyn, and today we have a Goodwill Bluebox from Greensboro, North Carolina. This is all the way back from February. I had put it up on a shelf and completely forgot about it. I already popped the tape on it for us, and I'm a little nervous to see what we have because this is old and it's got all kinds of black stuff all over it. I don't know what the black stuff is, but it worries me. It might be this peeling leather right here. But oops, sorry. But this is what it looks like. Hopefully we find something good in here. You never know. But it's treasure hunting at its best. Hope everybody's doing great. My name's Marilyn. My husband's name's Barry, and we are resellers. We sell on multiple platforms and bring everything to you first. As I said, this Goodwill Bluebox, and had it for quite a while. And if you haven't been here, we do jewelry. We do ThredUp, we do Goodwill, we do consignment, we do auction bags, we do detailed information about companies. If any of that sounds interesting, definitely hang with us. Subscribe below. Give us a thumbs up. We would appreciate it. So let me dump this out and I'll be right back.
If you see something you want to order, just send us an email to shadyandy@gmail.com.
All right, here we go. A lot of beads all over the place. So this might be another craft box, but we'll see. What do we have here? Obviously, this is where a lot of the beads are coming from. So I might have to stop midway and clean this up because it's a little messy. All right, no name. There's some discoloration here. This is like a groovy scarf, though. Let's go out a little bit. There you go. These are acrylic beads. I'm just going to say let's do $2. A memory wire and purple braided seed beads. I like the color. I like it's kind of ombre, so let's do $2. I'm going to put earrings and bangles over to the side. That way we can match those up unless there's a pair we find like these. These are actually really pretty. Let's see if they're magnetic. They're not. Oh, there's a mark on the earring, so let's see what that says. It says 925. I'm not sure if we'll be able to pull that up. But it's 925, and then it's like a sun with an N in the center. So let's see if these are marked. A lot of times you're going to find the markings on the stem, if there is one. I don't see a mark, so let's go ahead and test it. That is the round part here, and this is the top part. This is the stem, and this is the bead. Okay, this part is not blue. Okay, let's get it on camera. This part is not blue. This part, both pieces are blue. So the part that goes in your ear is sterling, but the dangle is not. So I'm going to, let me wipe this up before I get it on me. So on these, I mean, they're really pretty, but just the top part is sterling silver. So on these, I'm going to say let's just do $6. All right, this is halite, dyed halite, stretch beads. Let's just do $2. All right, this was some type of ornament. I'm going to put this in a bag. And there is a lot of beads that are loose. So it's from Hobby Lobby, but that's just gonna, it's an ornament with lots of beads that are all over here. I'll push it over to the side and try to get these beads in the bag. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's just going to be $1. It's a lot of beads and an ornament. And all of this goes over here. All right, this, very pretty. It is, you know, a ribbon with a silver tone lobster clasp. But it's a heart, and this is art glass. Dichroic glass with swirls, very pretty. That is a nice piece, actually, and a good size. So let's do $4 on the art glass. I'm gonna have lots of earrings in this one. Here we have a stretch silver tone, not magnetic. But they have copper in them. So that's going to be just $2. Here we have another memory wire bracelet. This one's really pretty. Black and silver. And just a nice design. That's going to be $2. Okay, I had to stop and go wash my hands and wash down the, a little bit at least, of the desk because of this piece. It's by 9 West. It's signed. It's a nice piece, but this is leather and it's all peeling and it is just coming to pieces. But it's a nice little piece and it says 9 West, but that's just going to be $1. All right, this gold tone, no name, lobster clasp. These are pretty, faceted. They are acrylic, nothing missing. There's an extension. It is tip to tip 20 inches. And I'm gonna say this one's pretty. Let's do $5. This is nice. These, I believe, are dyed shell. These are 100%. Or is it dyed coral? These are coral, for sure. I think these are shell. This is beautiful. Look at that. And this is string that is adjustable. And where it's set right now, this is the shortest it can be, is 22 inches with an additional 3-inch drop from here to here. I think this is going to be silver tone. Oh, let's do that again. Yeah, it's got copper in it. But that is beautiful. I'm going to say let's do $10 on this one. I love that. And then let's go out a little. No, that's as far as we can go out. Okay. So it's like this at the top and then like so. I think this is sweet. So $10 on that one. Yay, that's the best piece we got so far. All right, let's see what this is. This is like a gold tone with lobster clasp and an extension. And then real thick cording. And then these are lobster beads. Okay, the shortest one is 34 inches. The longest one is 38 inches. Then you have an additional, I'm going to say, 2-inch extension. But these are cool with the lobster beads. Let's do $5 on that one. Oh, this one, and I got something else. All right, where is the clasp? This might just be over the head. These are acrylic. No, these are plastic. And there are gray tones. I don't see a clasp. I could be missing it. It is 42 inches. And I'm going to say let's do $5. Now this has some discoloration here, but isn't that a pretty tassel? That could be taken off and used for a purse charm, but these are pretty too. These are acrylic, but the it's a brassy tone, but it's actually very pretty. It is 30 inches with a 4.5-inch tassel. So let's do $6. Let's see what we have here. It's just one earring, so I'll put it over to the side. We have stretch beads, so $1. Okay, this is some dirty jewelry, let me tell you. That is pretty. This is, you know, like a torque, not magnetic. It comes down to a V. It's kind of like a gunmetal, but let's... No, it disappeared. So it's just like a gunmetal, dark metal. And let's, really nice. Let's do $3 on that one. We have another one here, and this one has a ball, and this one is a goldish wash, but it's discolored quite a bit. Not magnetic either, but I'm just going to say $1 on that one. All right, this is interesting, but it's missing some rhinestones, and but there's some interesting chain here. No name, but I'm just going to say $1 on that one. Like plastic beads that are pearlized, fun for like a kid. So I'm gonna put this in a kitty lot I have started. This is interesting. It's all metal, discoloration right here on the back. little tips of discoloration on the front. How cool for a Halloween costume, huh? It is, it's a lobster class, silver tone, not using the extension. It is 18 inches and then an additional 2 inches. So I'm going to say let's do $5 on the wings. This is an eyeglass holder, so $1. This is Napier. That's pretty. Let me look closer to see if there's any missing stones. And they're red. A deep, deep red. And it's a fold-over clasp. Oh, this is nice. No missing stones, rhinestones on here. It's a size 7. I just wanted you to see it up close. And they're red, but you can see that it's red like right here. But at certain angles it looks black, and certain angles it looks red. But it's definitely red. And there's the Napier right here. So I'm gonna say on the Napier, let's do $8. That is nice. That's another nice piece we got. Not hating that. Here we have some little seed beads that are glass. Barrel clasp. 18 inches. Let's just do $2. All right. All right, this is pretty bead ball chain. However, it has this heart on here that's missing a couple rhinestones. I like that bead ball chain a lot. It's not magnetic. Yeah, it's got brass in it. But since it's missing rhinestones, I'm just going to say $1. Now this one, silver tone, lobster glass, no name. This is glass, and all these beads are glass. It's on 3 cable wires. It is 16 inches with a 3-inch extension. Let's do $2 for that one. Interesting beads. All right, we have a paparazzi with pink necklace and earrings. That's the necklace. That's the earrings. So that's just going to be $1. All right, we just have a chain that needs to be put back together. Easy enough. Like so. It is 20 inches, and that's just going to be $1. These are pretty. These are little seed beads with these little hammered dangling discs. That is actually super nice. Gold tone. I love all these colors. This is beautiful. This is 18 inches with a 3-inch extension. And I'm going to say let's do $5. this says, it's a yin and yang, and it says adult jewels, silver tone lobster clasp, and then we have a, what is that called? I never can remember those. Like, let's turn on the Presidium while I rack my brain thinking about what those are called. Like a sphere? I don't know. Let's see if it's magnetic. I don't think it is. It doesn't feel it. I mean, it doesn't feel sterling is what I meant. And this is like a amethyst tone. And look at here. I'll show this one in a second, but we have another stone over here on the side. All right, let's just be sure that we're calibrated. Yes. Push that up a little bit. Okay, so I guess it is amethyst. Isn't that pretty? Okay, but it's not sterling, okay? So it's just this that is the value. So on this, let's give you a length on it. Did I already do that? 18 inches with a, I don't know, 2-inch extension. I'm going to say let's do $9 on the amethyst. Now this one is gorgeous. This has no name. This is a lobster clasp and a antique brass chain. But these are tiger's eye. Aren't those stunning? Those are beautiful. No missing. I don't need to do, the way you tell if something is tiger's eye is you hold it and roll it. And you see the bands here? If those roll, you've got real tiger's eye, okay? And it does it on each one of these. That is stunning. And then you've got little rhinestones that are like a citrine color. There's no extension on this. It is 16 inches with an additional 2-inch drop. Just really pretty. I am liking this one. So that's the front, that's the back. So I'm gonna say on this one, let's do $8. Love that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my Presidium. I don't leave it on. I do have it, you know, plugged in. And this one so far, because I turn it off all the time, has lasted the longest I've had one. All right, this is N. I don't know who N is. It is a gunmetal with these chains and then hammers, disc and textured disc. It is 38 inches, and let's do $5. Now this, we actually had one of these last week or the week before. It says Cool Jewels, lobster glass, silver tone. This is just like a shoelace kind of threading. And I'm gonna say, let's just do $5. These are cool, these like iridescent beads. Love that. Okay, let's see. We got some knots, peoples. I thought we were doing pretty good for a North Carolina box. This one has a stone in it that is open in the back. So I'm going to put this one over to the side, and then we'll turn the Presidium on in a bit and see if we see a couple more. All right, this is broken. So that's just going to be stars. That's $1. This one is pretty, but it is discolored pretty badly. And this is just little rubber disc. That's just going to be $1. I like these multicolor ones though. This would have been a cool piece. However, it is rusty, discolored. I think it's all together. Look at that discoloration, but how cool is that? That's glass in there. But anyway, it's discolored, so that's $1. Ouch. We have some really pretty beads. Lobster clasp. Anytime I see like beads, you don't know if they're handmade and using sterling fittings, and this one is. So this is sterling lobster clasp. So nice. And then you've got these really pretty beads. They're like glass. It is 28 inches, and I'm going to say let's do $7. That's a nice size, too. We have a brooch that's a cross. Needs to be cleaned, but nice size cross. Let's do $5. Okay, first off, we have this one. Let me figure out what it hooks onto right here. Okay. So we have a gold tone with an extension, lobster clasp. Nice little 2-level. You got this really thick gold tone disc. And then a Rolo chain, and then a paperclip chain. The shortest one is 14, the longest one is 18, with a 2-inch extension. And I'm gonna say, let's do $5. Then look at this one. 7 name? No. Okay, these are faux pearls, but look, it's a like Saturn with rhinestones, no missing rhinestones. And then faux pearls, gold tone with a lobster clasp and tight in between. It is 16 inches with a 3-inch extension. That is just groovy, I think. Let's do $6. And then these are faux pearls. What do we have? Oh, there's 2 here. And they're just loops, faux pearls. They are both 14 inches, so a little longer than a choker. And I'm gonna do $1 each. This is pretty. Gold tone. Looks like this one is a little messed up. Needs to be washed. Unfortunately, because it is so sweet and feminine, but that's just going to be $1. There's discoloration in this chain, but a really nice leather tassel with tips. So that's just going to be $1 because there's discoloration on that. Silver tone lobster clasp. More of these little discs in green and white and blue. I like the color. This is 18 inches with a 2-inch extension, so let's do just $2. Discoloration on the extension, and this says Angel. That's just going to be $1 since it's discolored up here. We do have quite a few earrings in this one, which we always do from, not always, because we did have that one the other day that was like, no, that was from New Jersey, that one that had like 3 earrings in it and with no matches. You know that chain that I think this goes to that chain. So I'll put them together, whatever I set for that, and I'll put this together, and that's going to be $1. We have a little discolored, might just be dirty. It is enamel. And silver tone, I'm going to guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, I see a little bit of, I think it's going to be, and there's blue there. Let me look closer. Yeah, I'm going to say this is silver plated. I mean, it's pretty, but it's enamel and silver plate. So I'm going to say let's just do $4. This I know is one necklace, but it has some knots in it. I mean, they're really pretty gold tone with some disc and some faux pearls and gold tone. And it's one necklace, and I'm just going to say $1 if somebody wants to untangle that. I think we got some tangles left. I think what I'm going to do is, I get very frustrated when my hands get this dirty. So I'm going to stop and wash my hands and do some untangling, and then I'll be back. And so we've been going for a while. I don't want this video to be too long. This, I believe, is Avon, yes. And it's discolored and missing a couple. No, they're not missing. They're just discolored. And it's a lobster clasp. As I said, Avon by SP. The chain is 23 inches. And I'm just going to say $1 because it's discolored. We've got this mesh chain bracelet stretch. So that's going to be $5. Those are so cool. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, yes, I gave up on some, but this has got to be the dirtiest I've seen in a long time. So I'm going to go wash my hands. I just wanted you to see that this one was pretty dirty. I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully I can pull these out without messing them up. First off, this one is pretty amazing. This looks like it's a tassel or an ornament or something. It's on a short loop. And this is just like a gunmetal. And then look at these dichroic beads. They're iridescent and they're just tassels. So it's like a glass beaded tassel. This is amazing. It is total tip to tip 11 inches. Love, love, love. And these beads are like handmade beads. They're not all perfect. They're all imperfect. So I'm going to say, I mean, you can see the work on them. Love, love, love. This I'm actually going to say, let's do $15. Love. Then we have lots of little pieces. Hopefully I can get these out. I know this is one of the last ones. This is an M. Just a gold tone chain. Lobster clasp. With an extension. It is 18 inches with a 2.5 inch extension. I'm going to say, let's do $3. We have this vintage rice pearls, black beads. Unfortunately, it looks like some of the coloring is coming off some of the beads. This is old fish hook. I don't see any writing on the hook. It is 19 inches, and let's do, well, 18 inches. Let's do just $1 since the beads are, the colors coming off. Okay, let's see. This one's a nice chain. Let's see. I haven't tested anything. This one just feels sterling. It might not be, but let's test it. No, the chain is, the chain is not. It's a silver tone. And so is the clasp, but it's a very pretty chain. Like so. I can't remember what that one's called. It is 20 inches with 2.5 inch extension. So let's do $5 on that one. Let's see. No, can't pull that one out yet. This one has these clasps, and it's like so with tassels and those clasps. It is 26 inches, and then the tassel itself is 5 inches. So I'm just going to say $1. There's a lot of little ones over here, so let's see. Tell me they're not all back together again. All right, this one is multiple chains. That's the problem with this, is like everything was just so connected. So this is, I believe, 2 chains. Yeah. Gold tone, 2 strand, says China, and then a rhinestone, and then it's like swirls and hammered disc. The shortest one is 34 inches, and the longest one is 38. I'm gonna say let's do, I mean, this is very pretty. Let's do $5. Now this one, gold tone, lobster clasp extension. You've got 3 silver goldish tones. They're like mixed tones. You've got a crescent with cubic zirconia. You've got stars, and you've just got a bead ball chain. The shortest one is 18. The longest one is 20 with an additional inch. I'm going to say let's do $5. Now this one, little lobster clasp. Let's see. Again, brass behind it. It has a wing and a cross, and it is like a bolo, so you can make shorter or longer. The chain needs to be cleaned. It is from tip to tip 20 inches with an additional, I'm going to say 2.5 inch, so that's going to be $5. And it also has a little prism that's faceted. Okay. We have this that has some discoloration on the back, a cubic zirconia with a heart and a heart, a Rollo chain, a lobster clasp, 18 inches using the extension. That's just going to be $1 since it's discolored. Okay, this one is quite pretty. It has a gold tone extension, these faceted beads in like a champagne and ombre, some amber colors. It has real pearls. And then you come down to here and you have some tassels. Then you have this crocheted ball, a rondelle, gold tone bead, and then just a little bit of tassels. However, they're kind of not great. This part, great. This part, a little shaggy. So on this one, I'm going to say let's just do $3 because there's a lot of beads that are fabulous. Okay, this one is paparazzi, and it's gray tone. That's just going to be $1. This one's an interesting chain. It is square, long, and then you've got half of it just like curb chain with stars. It is tip to tip 44 inches, and I'm going to say let's do $5. Oh, this one's another pretty one. It's like rhinestones, faux pearls, silver tone lobster clasp, not including the extension. It's 16 inches with 1.5 inches. And it's a purple little plastic a heart, maybe with a crown or a halo and then a star. That's going to be $2. This one, silver tone lobster clasp, and then you've got a real pearl, a 4-leaf clover, and an E. Copper tone, and that's going to be just $2. This one, okay, I've got a couple different ones here. Let's see. There. All right, this one was tangled beyond words, let me tell you. Discoloration on the lobster clasp, gold tone, needs to be cleaned, but it has these cool discs, and it is, shortest one is 18, they're about this, longest one maybe 19. So that's just going to be $2 because it needs to be cleaned. Then we have this French rope chain in gold tone, lobster clasp with an extension. Okay, let's see, different tones. I'm going to say it is sterling plated or silver plated. And it is $19 inches. Pretty, so $5. Now this one is really pretty. This is a Leah Sophia. Silver tone, needs to be wiped down, but it's really nice. There's the one side is textured, one side is smooth. Just wanted to see if it was scratched on the smooth side. There is some scratching. So on the Leah Sophia, I'm just going to do $5, and it has a corded strand. This one's really pretty. This is 1928, signed 1928, gold tone with a shepherd's hook, and then it's like faux pearls, but look how pretty. It has a swag. Let's pull the swag down. It goes like so. Isn't it pretty? Very feminine. Great right now for Halloween too. It is 16 inches with an inch drop and then a 3-inch extension. So that one I'm going to say let's do $6. Then this one, completely different colors. This silver tone, and this is a brass tone. Got copper in it. It is 18 inches with a 2-inch extension. I'm just going to say it's a French rope chain also. Actually, this is just a rope chain. I'm going to say let's just do $3. Now this is Lucky brand, okay? But look how cool this is. So this is a French rope chain. This is like a adjustable. And then this is the tassel in a silver and a gold. Very pretty, good condition. It is 26 inches, and then the drop on it is 3 inches. So on the Lucky, I'm gonna say $8. It's Lucky brand. Then we have this one. Again, gold tone, a silver clasp, and I'm going to put this and test it with the other couple things we have to test. This one, pretty cameo, gold tone. It's resin, pretty bow. It is a cable chain, thumb clasp, 18 inches. Let's do $7, excellent condition. This one, I believe, let's see, there's an M and then an infinity, and then this goes like so. The owl, an M, and the infinity. And then it's 925, no, this one is 18 karat gold plated. Okay. But I thought it was cool, and it is 16 inches. So on this one, I'm going to say let's do $3. Now this one is a shame because it is mother of pearl pink, but it's completely discolored. So just for the little butterfly, and this is not any value, I'm gonna say and it's scratched, I'm gonna say just $1. Oh, this was really pretty. This one, I didn't get all the tangles out, or tangled again. I just thought that was so pretty. Look, it's just silver and gold tone, kind of hollow sounding. It is a long chain, but it is magnetic, and there's the chain needs to be cleaned. It's really dirty, but it is long. It is, using the extension, all of it, if I can get it together. $36 inches with the pendant being additional 2.5 inches. But I just love that. And it's kind of a hammered look to it. Just cool. I'm going to say $7 on that one. Now this one, another one that was tangled like crazy. The little clasp is discolored, needs to be cleaned, but it has these cool hammers, just different types of disc, and then you've got a few faceted glass beads. It is 36 inches, and I'm going to say $5. This one is a herringbone chain. It does have some kinks in it. No clasp. Let's see. Yeah, it's brassy, so that's just going to be $1. This is that Hallmark stainless steel with the two butterflies, very pretty butterflies. Sweet. Why is it so blurry? But those are sweet. The length on this is, it's a lobster clasp with an extension. It is 18 inches with a 1.5 inch extension. And I'm going to say, let's just do $4 for the Hallmark. This is a Claire's gold tone. Anything Claire's always gets in a tangle. This is 20 inches with an additional 2 inches, and I'm going to say just $3. Now this just says ABC, faux pearl, and I don't know who ML is. I cannot remember for the life of me, and I'm not looking it up. This just been a lot to untangle. It's 16 inches with an additional 3 inches, and that's going to be just $5. Now this, I'm going to put over to the side and test. These are cool. These are long multi-seed beads with seeds. Okay, and it is a super long necklace, like so. It just keeps going and going and going. But it's really a cool piece. It is 56 inches. And on this one, I'm going to say, let's just do $5. Now this one is another Claire's. Faux pearl with rhinestones. And I'm going to do $3 on that one. But this is such a cool piece. It's, like I said, it's silver and gold tone, copper tone. But look at these coins. They're just really cool and different sizes and shapes, and it is really pretty. I love this one, but it goes like so. So this one's not sterling. It was the other one. This is 36 inches, and I'm gonna say let's do $12 on this one. Now this is the sterling silver Italian chain. It is a gold wash with lobster clasp. It is 20 inches. Beautiful rope chain. As I said, it is a gold wash, and it's signed PT. I don't know who PT is, but it's a beautiful rope chain. And on this one, I'm gonna say let's do $28. Now we have that we're gonna test, and that's test, that's a test. Okay. These are some interesting ones. This is butterflies, but it's gold tone and it is a little discolored, but it is pretty neat. It's a fold over clasp, so it's definitely vintage. On a flat lay, it is 7 inches. And on this one, I'm gonna say it's nicely weighted too. On this one, I'm gonna say, and it has rhinestones on the center butterfly with no missing rhinestones. And on this, I'm gonna say $10. What a nice piece. Definitely weighted. I have another stretch mesh, and I don't remember what I said on the other one, but I'm going to say $5 on this one. This one is very cool. It needs to be strung and cleaned, but it's divoted, like such a cool piece, but it's just silver toned. So I'm just going to say $2 on that one. This is just a stretch bracelet with an enameled starfish and little glass beads. And it's like a rubber band type material. and that's going to be $2. This one is pretty. It has like little enameled little drops and like an orangey color. It is 8 1/4. Let's do $4 on that. I don't see a name. This one just acrylic clear and a brass tone, just $1. This one's very pretty. This one is gold tone. There's no name. It is magnetic, but check out that chain. It's such, here we go again, there. But a pretty chain. And it is a gold tone. It is a 7 1/4. And I'm gonna say, let's do $7 on that one. Now this is old. This is and it needs work, but it's a craft piece, but how cool. This is, right here, it says Souvenir de Paris. It just Paris landmarks. And it's gold tone, and it probably was painted a greenish color. This is very old, probably, there is no clasp, but it's definitely old, and it is magnetic. But I'm just gonna say $2, just because it's cool. Did I have that on the screen? I don't know. Let me show you. But the center says Paris de France, and then the landmarks. So just $2. Let's test these items. This one is broken. It's a barrel clasp and then wood beads. That's just $1. Let's turn on the Presidium. Okay, let's test these. This one, we're testing the blue and seeing if it's sodalite. And it is. And it's just a pretty little sodalite beaded necklace, silver tone, short. It's only 16 inches, and that's going to be $6. This one is tiny. It just says love and has a little either cubic zirconia or diamond, and I thought, let's try it. So it's cubic zirconia. It says love, gold tone, lobster clasp, small little curb chain. It is 16 inches with a 2-inch extension, and that's going to be $5. Got this one. It is this little leaf, has one little stone in it. It is tiny. I just don't want to be it's just one little stone. Let's go in tight so you can see. So it's right there. Just one stone. The rest of them are open holes. And it's just a little leaf with a little lobster clasp. It's not magnetic. Let's test it. Let's go out. No, it's got copper in it. So on the little leaf, let's do $6. It's sweet. Nice layering piece We've got this one that's on a waxed thread with one of the points. It goes up to jadeite, so it could be pink jadeite. It's not sterling, but let's just do $10 for that one. And the chain is 18 inches with an additional 1.5 inches. This one, I wanted to, these are just faceted, really pretty beads. I wanted to test the metal on this one. Anytime I see when they're swirled like that, I always test them. This looks like it's brass and it's stretch. So let's do $5 on that one. This one is just very sweet. This is a gold tone lobster clasp. It is Luna Nort, and I just wanted to test this little point. I believe it's a quartz, and then it has these little green beads. This is such a sweet piece, and Luna Nort is a good company. It is 16 inches with a 2-inch extension, and on this quartz, I'm gonna say it's green little beads, and this like a milky quartz. I'm gonna say let's do $8. Then we have this pretty lotus. It is adjustable, and I wanted to see what these beads were. Okay, they don't test. They're faceted. Okay, so maybe they're acrylic. But the lotus is pretty, and I just thought that was a really interesting piece. So let's do $5 on that one. Then we have these necklaces or bracelets. I'm going to put all these together. Well, first the first thing you always want to do is test and see if any of them are not magnetic. These are all magnetic except for this one. Okay, but I'm just going to put them all together, and they're multiple different sizes. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them, and I'm just going to say $2. Then we've got 4 stretch bracelets in a copper tone. I'm going to say $2 on those. Then I'm going to put all these together. These are 4 stretch white and green, and I'm going to say $2 on those. Okay, now let's do our matches. These are adorable little birds and wood carved, hand painted, and those are going to be $3. These are fabric wrapped orange, another one great for Halloween, just $1. These are pretty. Pink and orange purple seed beads that are wired. I'll have to put a wire on this one, but I'm just going to say $3, and it will be a wire. I'll put this with the white ones, so that's part of that. These are enameled and copper, no signature, and those are going to be $2. These are interesting. I'll put silicone backs on these, but they're just textured like clay, and then a circle textured. Those are going to be $2, and that's a green. Where's the other one of this one right here? These are pretty gold tone, but beautiful design. Those are going to be $3. These are beautiful hoops, just silver, gold tone, and these are going to be $3. These are kidney bags, and they are like a brass with orange detailing. Those are $3. These are pretty like wires, silver tone, $2. These are two-sided, so you can wear them like this. That is snowflakes, or like this, and they're big pearls, and those are $1. These are super heavy, need to be wiped down, no missing rhinestones, textured and also wavy, and those are going to be $3. These are beautiful. I have this wire. I saw it. Here it is. So I'll fix these. The wire just goes through here, but I'll fix these, and these will be $5. And these still have the new back on them. Just a blue little like Pandora style bead. It's not Pandora nor sterling, and that's going to be $2. These are just a silver tone, $2. These are shells. Those are $2. These are pretty. These are acrylic wire, $2. Let's see. These could be made into earrings, but they actually don't match. Okay, so I'm just going to do $1 a piece on the crosses. This is the religious fish, silver tone with enamel. That's going to be $3. Another cross, missing a rhinestone, $1. This is St. McGill, silver tone, $1. These are sterling, I believe. Let's test these. Yeah, just silver, sterling silver studs with original backs, cubic zirconias, and those are going to be $10. Beautiful size. We have individuals, and they're faux turquoise, and these are going to be $3 a piece. These are pretty, textured gold tone. Those are going to be $3. There's two of these. One is glitter black, one is green, but they have their matches, and they're just silver tone, and I'm going to sell the 4 of those together for $3. A little key, just gold tone, $2. And the best pair is these. Woohoo! These are abalone and beautiful earrings, gold and silver, just need to be wiped down. And these are Robert Lee Morris. And on these beauties, I will wipe these down for us. Aren't those gorgeous? And it's abalone, as I said, and it's, I don't think these are sterling, but let me just check. No, they're, got a copper base, but designer. And on these, I'm going to say, let's do, $12. And that's what we have. So what do you think? Oh, and these are our leftovers. Oh, and this is two necklaces that were tied together, and that's just going to be $1. I just gave up on it. So that's $1. And then all these are so cool. These are going to go in a bag, and I'll do this for $5. And I'll be sure there's at least 5 ounces there, or 5 grams, I mean, because I do $1 a gram. Is that how I do it? Can't remember. Let me weigh them. There were some interesting ones in there. It is an ounce. So these are 2.9 ounces. So I'm going to do these for $3. And that's what we have today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with us. And let me know in the comments what you thought of this. I thought this was one of the dirtiest lots I've had in a while. There was some sterling, some gemstones, some interesting pieces, but definitely dirty. So thank you again for spending a little bit of your day with us, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.